welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I've got what seems to be 2 traveler's notebooks here, and I had made this one for myself a few months ago. It's laminated. I throw this in my purse, or I used to, and I carry it with me every single day. And for having it for a good 6 or 7 months, it has actually held up pretty well. The edges have become a little frayed, but I mean, if I hadn't converted to this one, I'd still be using this. It is an A5 size, I believe, so it's an 8 1/4 by 5 1/2. And as traveler's notebooks are, it comes, or it's on a elastic system, and I did have 3 inserts in mine. The ones that I make for my shops are completely blinged out with all kinds of accessories and whatnot, but because I throw this in my purse, I didn't do that for myself. So insert 1, insert 2, I had made myself a little folder, and I had actually configured it wrong, so it's very little folder, but it worked for my needs, and that's where I would keep my stencils. And then I really enjoy the bullet journal style. I think it's much more freeing, and it wasn't so much of a planner because, again, because I have a full-time job, my 2 Etsy shops are something I do after work and on the weekends, and I don't necessarily know exactly what I'm going to do because I kind of just make what I want to make and then figure out the admin stuff after that. But I did start this when I had made this journal, and it's the reason I made this. Just like bullet journals, I started with the index and realized, yeah, I'm never going to look at that, so I never followed through with that. And just like they tell you, I put a lot of pages for it, never actually used it. I had bought these stickers from Amazon so that I wouldn't have to write all of the months every single month, because I really hate that. And then I wanted to just keep track of my 2 different shops that I had. And really, that's why I really liked the bullet journal styles, because it's not like a regular planner where you've got your monthly view and then your weekly view. You can make it from page to page what you want, and you can make it as inconsistent or consistent as you need it to be. So for me, I just made sure I kept track, and then because I do traveler's notebooks, I wanted to keep the size, because, you know, I do have a shop that hopefully makes sales. Taxes are involved, so I made sure I kept notes about that information. When I would list things in my shop, I'd make sure that I put all the sizes and whatnot, and this is a way to keep it all in one place. So I've got several pages of several different things that I listed in my shop just to keep track of it. For a while I was trying to keep track of sale events, but I found that I've done a good dozen or half dozen sale events this year, and they don't really generate sales. So I don't know if I just don't have enough listings or don't have enough eyes getting to listings. I'm not sure, but I didn't find this helpful, so I stopped tracking, although I might start tracking it again. Again, more products that I've made, and then just I'm making sure I have them here. For the SEOs, if you have an Etsy shop, you know what that means. I was just trying to make uniform SEO tags so that when I relisted, I could continue to use them, but I've actually found a different way to make that easier on myself, that I don't have to write it down all the time. On my Instagram and my Facebook, which I actually do in tandem, I like to do a daily inspirational or motivational quote, just because it helps me. There are just days when I don't feel like I'm doing enough, or that I should be doing more, or that I should, you know, stop goofing off. And so this sometimes helped me just keep track of, you know, staying positive and all of that. So I would write down quotes, and then I would mark when I use them on my Instagram page, and I would use this and then pop this into a Canva program. It's online, canva.com, and then that way I know I always had a fresh quote or idea or just something motivational every single day. And except for a few days, I have not missed a day for at least the last 8 months. I should have actually started tracking when I started doing this, but I want to say I've been doing this since at least February of this year, and I plan to continue to do that. And because I hate writing out the months, I thought, okay, I'll take this Target dollar spot calendar and I'll go ahead and then just cut it to make it fit and then use this. And it was all right. I didn't really like the look of it because I wish this wasn't the craft paper color, but again, you use what you have. And then I was going to track my Instagram followers. You see, the last time I tracked that was in July, because I work in a college and the summer is actually super busy for processing, if you might imagine. So I didn't have a chance to get back to this. I also, and I liked this, but for May, I was tracking how many times I posted and drew my own little icons, and I like the look of this. I like how it looks. Well, it doesn't look like I put stickers on, but it is visual, so I did enjoy that. I made this, again, sometimes I just need to motivate myself and tell myself, you are enough. You know, you're doing the best that you can with what you have, so take it easy. It's not the end of the world. So I like this page, and I might figure out a way to put this in this journal. Again, I did that same monthly layout. Not my favorite, but you know, it worked. More quotes. This I had done a June tracker, and again, I love how this looks, and I'd like to continue to do this just on a monthly overview, and that might be something that I do in my big happy planner that I do use for business and social media. It's just not something I've done yet. I was trying to track how much time I actually worked on my shops, and I do have 2, and this is in conjunction with my regular full-time job. And there are some days that I could work, you know, just half an hour, but then there was half an hour between 2 shops, and then some days I could work 3 or 4 hours in one and one in another. So to me, I thought this might help me with my productivity, but really it was just kind of stressful because I thought, well, I should be able to put more time, but you know, I also want to have a life, so yeah, I stopped that. Again, more quotes. I tried to be fancy for July. July is my birthday month, so I thought, ooh, I'll do that. Never actually colored it in. Made the month calendar, even though I hate it, but again, birthday month, be a little extra. Never did anything with it, because again, it actually got kind of busy at work. On Sundays, I try to do either just a 1-word or a short phrase post, and so that's what this was, again with more short quotes, and then it kind of stopped. And I do plan to use these pages as well as the extra pages in the other book, but I've actually converted to this. Now, because I need to throw this in my purse, I made a cover. I do crochet, so I put this down with E6000. I do not recommend hot glue because eventually that'll just peel off. I don't foresee the E6000 going anywhere. But this is my mini happy planner. So the way that it's in there is I made a back pocket. I reinforced it with some packing tape, and then I ran the whole thing through my laminator and cut the slit here. Now, I wanted to show this to you because this is my mini. So this one I plan to do for my daily expenses, but I actually would like to and plan to turn this into a bullet journal planner, happy planner thing. So it's Traveler's Notebook because it travels with me. It's a happy planner because it's got the month at a glance. It's got your weekly pages. But I wanted it to be something more. So, and I'll link the channel below. I forgot the name of the lady, but there's a lady who devised a way to not only Frankenplan a happy planner that's putting several different happy planners together, but also turning it into a transformer. So, for instance, I've got my happy planner like this, and then I turn to this section, and they don't necessarily go, but then this is its own section. So this actually has where I'm tracking my monthly bills, and I've started a savings tracker. And this is actually, I want to say it's from the Target dollar spot. It might have been from Walmart. It is definitely a Valentine's theme, but another YouTuber I just started watching says shop your stash. So that's what I did. And this actually took me forever to try to add up to 1,000. I actually should have worked on that first, but whatever. So yeah, $20 whole have gone to my savings tracker, but it's a start. And then the rest of this behind it is my monthly bills, and I don't feel comfortable showing that. Turn this again, and this is the next section. Again, back is completely covered, and this is where I keep important data. And eventually I'd like to do a fourth section to do just more bullet journaling type things. And then when you're done, you go back to the front section. And I really enjoy it. Now I still use the cover more so because these I made, all of the different ones you've seen. I made this with just scrapbook paper and my laminator, but it's quite thin and it's flexible, and that's good for my purposes. But in order to insert it in here, I actually used the one that came with it. And this is where I put stencils and some stickers. And that inserts there, and it closes really nicely. Now I did originally think I was going to put this on the medium rings, but I tried it, and while it works, it sticks out, and I didn't like that because, again, I didn't know if my pages would get damaged. So I'm just gonna keep only 2 to 3 months in here, and then it should be fine. But I can close it up, and it stays secure, and I can toss it in my bag, and I don't have to worry that anything's going to fall out, but also that my rings aren't going to get damaged. So I just wanted to jump on and show this. I will be having these covers and a couple of dashboards that coordinate in my Etsy shop. I'm not sure if this weekend, but definitely before the Thanksgiving weekend. I have a variety of styles, but I think it's a good way to use what I had to make something functional, but also I think it's kind of cute. So thank you for watching, and if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. Oh, my name's Johanna, by the way. I always forget to say that. Anyway, thank you again for watching. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe. Thank you.